Thanks for staying with us on The Pulse. I'm Arbo Kumsin, and I did promise you a special guest. Yes, she is here. She's in the studio with us, as she is in the person of Miss Universe Ghana, Ruth Quashie. Hi, Ruth.
Hello.
You know, you're very beautiful up close. You know, oftentimes you see beauty queens on the screens, and because of all the makeup, you think they're so pretty, but you come up close and really, I mean, it's something different. But you look very, very beautiful up close.
Thank
you. May I say congratulations again for,
you
know, coming in the top 16, right?
Yes, top
16. Yes. And this is the second time a Ghanaian has reached this far.
Yes.
Okay. Let's first start talking about the pageant itself. You started here in Ghana. What made you want to, you know, compete in the Ghanaian event before going to the, you know, the global event?
Being a beauty queen has always been a childhood dream. I've always wanted to be a beauty queen, but
really,
yes, but I never had the courage of actually doing it. And then when I finished with my national service, and I was trying to decide what to do with my life, I was like, why not do this beauty pageant, Miss Universe? Because I don't want to live the rest of my life with the regret of never having to do this. At least, even if I went and I didn't win, I can tell my children that, oh, do you know your mom actually went for Miss Universe and she didn't make it?
Yeah.
Yes.
At least that's a good experience. Yeah. So speaking of experiences, I mean, what did you take away from that experience? You won the pageant eventually. So what did you take away from it? What changed you after, you know, participating in the event?
Growing up, I grew up with guys. I'm the only girl. I have 3 brothers. So having to live with 10 to 12 ladies in one house and dealing with each other was a new experience for me. I went to a girls' school, but we weren't competing against each other or anything, but this was a competition where we wanted a winner, and all ladies were beautiful and intelligent and were like going head to head.
Were there cat fights?
I never had a cat fight. I don't take things really seriously with all that.
Not that. Were there cat fights, I mean, amongst the girls?
Yes, it happens. 10 girls, it does. It happens. But I tried to stay out of it as much as I could.
Okay, I see. So I'm sure that must have been a very pleasurable, you know, experience. But is there something that you learned just from participating in the pageant? Because some girls go into the pageant and they come out, you know, improving their public speaking skills. Is this something that you learned coming out of that?
It improved on my confidence because I'm a very shy person. No one actually believes when I say I'm very shy. No one believes when I say I'm very shy, but I'm a very shy individual, and doing the pageants has boosted up my confidence and for me to believe in myself more, to know that everything that I put my mind to, I'll be able to achieve it.
Okay, I see. That's interesting. So you won the Ghana pageant, and then you were flown to the US, Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
Okay, to participate in the global event. So when you got there, I mean, what was going through your minds? You're here with about almost 100.
We were 92. With me inclusive, 92 girls.
Yeah, 92 girls from all across the world. What was going through your mind?
The very first time I got there, I met Miss Great Britain, and then I met Australia and then Zambia. So I was like, okay, I'm getting to meet these girls. I'm taller than them. Tick. I was trying to plan my strategy. Everything happened so fast. Like, we went straight into registration, went into photo shoots and all that. In my head, I was like, am I going to make this? No one knows Ghana. Ghana has been out for 2 years. It's going to be a bit hard. Well, I'll do my best and hope for the best.
Did any of the girls, you know, stand out as a main competition for you? Like, which of the girls, 92 girls, that's a lot of girls, but which of them do you think that you really needed to, you know, prove a point because they were competition for you?
I didn't have to prove a point to anybody because we're all different individuals and we all didn't know what the judges were looking for. So I couldn't pinpoint who was my competition. Maybe because one is tall, I would say, oh, she's my competition because she's tall, or because she's lighter or something. We all didn't know exactly what the judges were looking for. So I wouldn't say any of them was a competition because we all didn't know what it is we were fighting against. We all knew we wanted to win, but there was no particular thing we knew was going to.
Okay, I see. So, and you know, I mean, I don't know how you felt going into this pageant because, you know, the host of the pageant, Steve Harvey, you know, he has become popular the year or two before for, you know, announcing the wrong winner the year before. So how did it feel like? Was it exciting knowing that, you know, you're going to be interacting with him?
Yes, it was very exciting. Backstage, we were standing there and we were all back there. We didn't know whether to say hi or to say hello. We're like, this is Steve Harvey.
That's interesting. But, you know, we have a short video of Steve Harvey explaining what the Miss Universe pageant is all about. Let's watch. We'll be right back.
Earlier this week, a preliminary panel of judges, all of you voting at home, and members of the Miss Universe organization selected 16 finalists. Now remember, countries have been separated into 3 groups based on their geography: the Americas, Europe, and Africa and Asian Pacific. 4 women from each group are guaranteed to move into the finals. Then, to round out our top 16, we've got 4 wild card spots that are open to all the remaining contestants, regardless of group. You've met all the contestants from Africa and Asia Pacific. This is Ghana. Well, how are you?
Very well, thank you. You?
I heard you say that if you won your national title, you didn't know if you would laugh or cry. But if you won Miss Universe tonight, what would you do?
I'm going to laugh throughout.
Yeah. Well, if I get the name wrong, I'm going to cry. Congratulations, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Yes, I mean, if he had gotten the name wrong, I mean, he would have definitely cried because, I mean, he's done it before. Yes. How is it like, you know, when you were called on stage as one of the final 16?
I was so surprised I started clapping for myself.
I mean, I saw your face. You had this look of shock, almost disbelief on your face. I mean, what was running through your mind when they called you?
So from Africa and Asia Pacific, they were calling 4 people. Then they called the first 2 from Asia. So I was like, okay, are they going to call the next person from Asia? And I hear Ghana, first African. I'm like,
I see.
I was quite excited because I know that I've made it to top 16.
Yes. But okay, another person who was also called from Africa was Miss South Africa.
Yes.
How well do you know her?
I didn't get the chance to really have a conversation, a long conversation to get to know Miss South Africa because we're in the same group most of the time.
Okay.
So I didn't have a personal conversation with her. So I won't say we are friends, we are acquaintances because we know each other from the pageant. Yes.
Okay. I see. That's interesting. And you know, what do you think that did it for her, you know, for her to make it to the final? She was crowned winner of the event.
As I said earlier, I don't know what the judges were looking for, but as we had a preliminary competition and then we had a personality interview. So it was through that we were picked for top 16.
Okay.
But the top 16 spots, 3 spots from each region was from the judges and 1 was from popular votes.
Okay.
She got in through popular votes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So from there, after top 16 were picked, we had the chance the phone lines were opened again for votes to pick top 10. Okay. And unfortunately, I dropped out.
Okay.
Because I didn't have enough votes. Ghanaians actually did quite well. They voted. But I won't be compared to a country like South Africa or Jamaica. And it was 12 a.m. here in Ghana. So most people were
good. That was good. I mean, that's a good showing. Because not a lot of Ghanaians are interested in all these pageants and all of that.
I had people actually texting me and buzzing my phone. Ghanaians actually did quite well, just that it wasn't a popular thing that I would say half of the population was voting for me or was rooting for me at the time because most people said they didn't even know about the pageant that was going on.
So had more people known about
it? Had more people, they would have voted and I'm sure I'd have been able to make it to top 10.
I'm sure so too. Oh, I see. All right, so let's talk about your feat. You were one of the 16, you know, out of 92 women. What do you think this signifies for you and for Ghana as a whole?
For me, it signifies that my hard work didn't go to vain because I had such a short time to prepare. I won the pageant in September and I had to get ready in November to go. So I had such a short time to prepare myself with my team and everything to go. And for Ghana, it has put Ghana on the map again. Now everybody's looking up to Ghana. Whoever will come next year, people will be like, okay, so last year there was this amazing girl that came. We are hoping to see this person do the same thing or even more, most possibly win the ultimate crown.
So for somebody who's looking at you right now, watching you and thinking, well, Ruth inspires me, I want to go and participate in Miss Universe Ghana, what advice would you give to them?
What I'll tell the young lady out there who wants to be like me is, first of all, you should be true to yourself. You should be able to identify what you're good at. If Miss Universe is not good for you and you go and you fail, you think you're not good enough. I'm telling you, you are good. You just have to find exactly what you are good at and then do your possible best to achieve it. So don't let anyone tell you anything different. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about yourself. You should be able to do what makes you happy so that in case you are bounced or you are not picked, you know you did what you could have done and did everything humanly possible.
That is great advice for all the little girls and young ladies who are looking up to you and hoping to participate in the Miss Universe pageants. I know that a lot of these pageants, you know, get a lot of flack and they're criticized as just being, you know, just, you know, not adding a lot of value to women. But in some cases, it's not like that, because some people have been through it. Some people I've spoken to have been through it, and they've learned a lot. Yeah. One person said that, you know, they've been able to improve their public speaking skills.
It does.
So it's not just about the beauty and walking and strutting on stage. Sometimes you get to learn and improve on yourself too. But Ruth, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Continue to sell Ghana positively, and hopefully, what are your future plans?
I have a project I'm embarking on that was with Miss Universe Ghana, Smile Train. It's an organization that helps corrective surgery for lip and cleft palates. So that is what I have to do now as my project.
Okay, so you'll be helping to, you know, for them to undergo reconstructive surgery.
Yes.
Okay.
The organization believes in the teach a man to fish theory, where when the doctors come to Ghana and they teach how to correct the surgery, they teach the doctors so that when they go, the doctors can teach another doctor so that more doctors are able to actually be able to. So we would need sponsorship to help fund these things, because these children were born with the deformity. It wasn't their fault, they were born that way.
Right, okay. Very good advice and very good principle there. Thank you very much, Ruth, and once again, congratulations. And thank you all for staying with us here on The Pulse. I'm Arba Kumson. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. Our regular programming continues, but this is where we wrap up the show. LTE is up next. Don't go away.